Well, thank you for watching this video. On this video, I'm going to talk about job costing, and the focus of the video is going to be payroll item list. This is payroll item list, how to set up payroll item list. Normally, we have item list for services, non-inventory, inventory type. So this item list is specifically for payroll only. On the last couple of videos, we talked about various other setup to start our startup accounts. You can check out that video. And then we talked about item lists, so you need to check out that video as well. And then the last video, we talked about the setup preferences to job costs and item track for payroll expenses. So if you are watching this video, you need to watch this video to understand what we're talking about. Okay, so the focus of this video is going to be payroll item list, and on next video I'm going to talk about the how to set up class tracking. So this is going to be class tracking for payroll expenses by job. So this has everything to do with job costing. So this is the focus, payroll item list. So let's get started. So I'm going to go to QuickBooks Online. I'm in QuickBooks Desktop Premier. I'm using Premier. So this is the one. So I'm going to go to list, and I'm going to focus on this payroll item list. Okay. So before I do that, uh, last video, you needed to activate your payroll with payroll QuickBooks. So in order to do that, I'm going to go to another desktop file. This one has no uh, payroll yet. So from here, employees, this is from your home page, employees menu and payroll, and you need to turn on payroll in QuickBooks. Turn on payroll in QuickBooks, and then once you go through all the steps, then you will get the service key, and then you install payroll from box. Then the payroll system into QuickBooks Payroll will sync with your QuickBooks on your desktop. Okay, so I'm going to go to the one has payroll. So basically, by the way, this is just a demo file, so it's not real payroll. I'm not going to show you the real payroll. So this is a demo file. Uh, so let's go to in here. I'm going to go to payroll item list. Okay, the focus is to set up item name for all your payroll items. Okay, so this has to do with the payroll. So you're doing job costing, and you have hourly wages or even salary wages working on specific jobs. Okay, so this one is slightly different than item list. So item list is going to be pretty broad. So this is at the top level. I'm going to show you both. Let's see if I can find out both in here. Okay, item list. Okay, as you can see here, this is the payroll item list on the right side and item list on the left side. So this is the service item list. As you can see, the job details. All the level of efforts goes to your project or task. But for the payroll item, you just pick the your top level, what the each employee, our employee, or even salary employee going to be working on each project, its top level project. So in this case, I have uh, the employee going to be working on design, machinery, plumbing, electrical, concrete, painting, roofing, carpentry, and they also have one set up for office help, office employees. They will help uh, these employees to work on this project, and then the supervisor. So we have uh, more, uh, more employees type. But basically, once you focus on these, you understand how to set up the item list. And then you have, if someone is working on, uh, you know, uh, overtime, then you set up all this and the vacation, and then you have to set up the addition, deduction, and contribution items to track expenses by job. So you can set up all this, when you set up your payroll, but basically the focus is going to be on these jobs. Okay, so uh, so when you set up these items new, I'm just going to right click any place. You can say new in here, so they will give you a choice that they want to set up easy setup or custom setup. Okay, so if you are expert, have done this before, then you select, you know, custom setup. Otherwise, just set up easy setup. Okay, the first thing you do is click this one, and it'll ask you, do you want to set up this for hourly wages or benefits, retirements, company contribution items, addition, deduction type. So you have to go through each level, each type of payroll item, one by one. And once this is complete, then you have the payroll item list. Okay, so for example, let's just say this one in here, design. I'm just going to see how this one is set up. Okay, you pick 1027 as your payroll item number, and then it's design. So that's the name for hourly item. So when hourly employee will fill out timesheet, then they'll choose this as a payroll item, and then you also select uh, the uh, the item service item list that they're working on. Okay, so for example, I'm just going to go to one uh, payroll in here. All right, so when they fill out a timesheet, so they have a weekly timesheet at a single time. Okay, so as you can see, the payroll items right here. See 1027, it comes directly from here. See 1027, right? So if the employee is working on the 1027, and then the service item, it comes from this service item list, like all this, right? This is a single activity. So, but if you go to the timesheet, then we'll see everything in here. The customer job, the select employee. As you can see, this is picked up from last one. That's you can set up the preference that way. So, so this is for the week of December 13, and is the customer name. It comes from your customer setup, which is this customer center, right? This right here, new customer add job. So we'll have separate video on how to set up all this, but this video is more for the payroll item setup. Okay, so then basically then select the service item, which comes from item list, right? And uh, then you select a payroll item. As you can see here, you can select payroll item. You can select how many hours this person work on that thing. Okay, uh, and then I'm just going to payroll item again here. Okay, so each one you just set up individual, all separate items. The missionary, same thing. Okay, so before I go further, so you have to decide how many items you want to create for your payroll. Okay, so in this case, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, right? And so for your business, you have to decide how many items in your payroll you want to set up as items for the payroll. Okay, then we'll go forward. You don't want to change this like every paycheck, so you have to figure out, you just want to decide, like this, how many top level jobs, that each employee is going to be working on, and what do you want to accomplish by doing this. So what you'll have is when you go to report, payroll summary report. It will tell you, as you can see here. I'm going to close this. I'm going to close this one. Okay. All right. As you can see here, this is the report, payroll summary report. It will tell you, uh, who is working on uh, each job in here. See all these. You can sort this by a couple of different ways. So this one is basically by employee. So this employee work on this. This is based on, this comes directly from the paycheck. I mean from the timesheet, or you can manually enter to employee profile if you need to update it that way. So normally everything comes from your timesheet. If you just click it here, you take your timesheet. So, okay. So basically, so after that, basically you will get the distribution of all the hours this person worked on. So this is the label distribution you will get, by each employee. You can sort it different ways, but the way you want it. So this person's net, $8,500 and worked on these items, this paycheck. This is the one you will see on paycheck too. I'm going to click this. As you can see here, so earnings items. Okay, so this is what you have to fill out. It automatically, once you fill out the timesheet, it will automatically post to paycheck. Once when you're ready to run your paycheck, it automatically posted here. So the focus here is uh, earnings. The item name. This is the payroll item name, and then the rate. You already, normally you set up the payroll rate on employee's profile, and the person hours worked on, and the customer job, and then the service item. So I'm just going to go to employees centered in here. Okay, let's just say this one. So let's say okay, so payroll information. As you can see here, you can set up earnings item in here. You know, this person is going to work on, uh, you know, this you'll get the rate. You'll set up the rate in here. This person's rate is hour, like this, and you can get the all the item name from the list. You can select one or two or whatever, uh, and uh, and then you have deductions. This will automatically come out once you set up the deductions. Uh, okay, so this is the bi-weekly one. So when you set up, you really need to focus on employment information in here. So if you like the regular in here, irregular, okay, and then it deals with the workers' comp. So the main focus is the payroll information in here. So, like this one in here, okay, and the other one is on the item list is, so this is for the labor hour. As you can see here, the moment, no, not that one, payroll item list. Okay. So whenever, on timesheet, you fill out, you select item list, it will post to your job labor on your P&L. So you'll be like this line item, job labor gross wages. So that's where you will post once you run your payroll, okay? And then you set up this, and then after that, this one, if you're paying commission on sales, then you have to set up commission as well, and then you have addition and deductions. So these are all these and contribution, company's contribution. These all you set up when you set up your payroll. So for example, in here, let's just do this one in here. All right, so if you want to track this by job, then you have to select this. These are all for uh, either addition or deduction and company contributions. So you have to select, do you want to track these expenses by job, or you just want to leave it as overhead type, no tracking for job. So normally all this uh, company contribution, you want to track it by job, say right here. And they also have a number in here, Missionary Cost 5028, right? And so you have to set up it that way. Next, so you have to select where do you want to expense this, and you set up the liability, of course, first. So it's, this one is all automatic thing. When you set up new payroll, you just click this, and then you select, all these. That's how you set up all those. So you have to decide, do you want to number this, or just want to call it design or missionary, or you want to number those. Uh, and As you can see, here is missionary in here, job labor, and there's another one, missionary cost, and this has to do with the workers' comp. Okay. So all these they will automatically distribute to 100%. So you have to select how do you want to distribute uh, company contribution. Do you have a percentage label in here? So it will automatically set up distribution in here. 7.3 for masonry cost, and so you have to come up with the uh, you know formula how do you want to distribute all these items. These are for the company contribution. Uh, this one gets a little bit complicated, but once it's set up, and then you understand, if your top business is roofing costs, then you set up higher percentage in here. As you can see on in here, it's 24.2. Uh, so you set up all these. You can change it later on, but the total distribution is still going to be 100%. So you have to figure out. So this is just a general idea of how to set up payroll items. So your business could be totally different, and so it may not apply all these addition and deduction company contribution for your business. The main focus is going to be figuring out hourly wages or the hours worked on certain project that you can track for your job costs, and this is strictly for the payroll side only. This is the labor cost. Okay. Uh, so now next video, I'm going to be focusing on the class tracking. So class tracking. So wait for that video, watch for that video, and don't forget to subscribe our YouTube channel. It's a youtube.com VP controller, youtube.com/VP controller. Right now we have about 3,500 subscribers, and we are shooting for 10,000 in a couple of months. So please help us. Thank you. Bye.